greatest potential. So if you have the best defense in the National Football League realized, and you have the best offense in the National Football League unrealized, that means you still have the potential to be the best, then why would I doubt the Chiefs? If we look at what happened the year they won the Super Bowl, I think we have that full screen. If not, I'll talk through it with y'all.
Let's go.
Through 10 weeks of the season, they had the 19th best defense. But y'all remember how they turned it up the last 6 weeks of the season. They had the first best defense, 6-4 through 10 weeks, 6-0 those last several weeks. We're seeing the exact same thing with the Chiefs this year. Now, I heard Nick Wright say it earlier. No, this Chiefs team couldn't beat the 2019 Chiefs team. But the 2019 Chiefs team is not on the schedule. Can this Chiefs team beat every other AFC team? In my best opinion, and I don't even have to have an opinion, in my sure known fact at this point in time, this Chiefs team the best team in the AFC.
Oh, man, I love it. They're not the best team in the AFC. They're not even the best version of themselves.
I agree with that.
And they also don't know which way is up in terms of what they put together in game plan and what actually happens on the field in execution. Here's the thing about the Chiefs, and I know that they internally realize this, but hey, if you're winning ball games, we'll figure it out later as we accumulate these wins. The thing the Chiefs are thinking about internally is what is going on with us in terms of what we desire and what the reality is. This team is not supposed to be led by its defense, but hey, we'll take it because that's what's leading the charge right now. This team is not supposed to have an all-world quarterback who can't throw for even a passing touchdown, but hey, we'll take it as long as we get the W. But there are always two scoreboards, the dual scoreboards. One is by points. They win that one. They've won that one a lot of late. And then there's another one in terms of psychology, psyche, how you're really feeling, Uncle Mo, flow, emotions, whatever it is. And they're not responsible in that regard. Right now, this is a team that's looking at the second scoreboard like, we're losing, bruh, because this is not our formula. If someone told you right now, Acho, I need you to make your firest meal ever, I mean the most banging meal ever, you're going to go get some plantains, right? You told me some rice, some oxtails, right? I know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do, right? And you know what you're going to do. And you know what the ingredients going to look like. And you know how much of the ingredients you're going to put in. And you know how you're going to stir it. And you know how long you're going to cook it, et cetera, et cetera. And then it comes out and you present that. The Chiefs are not in that position right now. Someone says, we need to see your best game. You know what they're going to say? We thought we knew what that was, which was Patrick Mahomes and his offense and these weapons. But what's happening now is they just get in the kitchen, grabbing anything and trying to throw it together. And what comes out more times than not is the defense leading the charge. Here's why I have issue with the defense leading the charge. The defense didn't even lead the charge when they won the Super Bowl in 2019. They just played up to an average, above average standard, while the offense and Patrick Mahomes was doing what the offense and Patrick Mahomes supposed to do. Here's the problem now, bro. Defense, go ahead and try and reflect and resemble 2019. Is Patrick Mahomes resembling 2019? Oh, no. Mahomes has had a passer rating below, say this right, Wiley, 75 by jersey number, Hall of Famer number, in 6 of his last 8 games. Patrick Mahomes has been sub-75 passer rating in 6 of his last 8 games and sub-63 completion percentage in 5 of his 6. Why do I bring that up? Because that ain't Patrick Mahomes. So if you're supposed to be the top chef, which we know you are, you're a $500 million player, and you were the reason they got to the Super Bowl. You were the reason they won that Super Bowl in the 4th quarter. And now you're not the reason that we are tasting your best meal? Oh, bruh, you don't know which way is up.
Okay, I like all that, but here's what I have to retort with is, you said Patrick Mahomes isn't Patrick Mahomes. That is fair. That is true. We're going to talk more about this later. Okay. But Lamar Jackson's not Lamar Jackson.
Why already? Has he been to the Super Bowl? Has he? Ooh, finger. Sorry.
Josh Allen is not Josh Allen.
Has he been to a Super Bowl?
Joe Burrow is not Joe Burrow.
Can he finish a game?
Justin Herbert ain't always been Justin Herbert. So I get that Patrick Mahomes ain't Patrick Mahomes, but you and I talked about this before. Everything in life is relative. So if something were falling, right? If this pen drops to the ground.
You still got it.
A little something. As that pen drops to the ground, the only way I do not perceive it to be dropping to the ground is if I am falling simultaneously. Okay. So if I'm stationary and I watch this pen fall, obviously it's falling. But if I'm falling simultaneously, then the pen is actually just staying still. Patrick Mahomes might be descending at this point in time. But Lamar Jackson descending too. Joe Burrow descending too. Josh Allen descending too. So while you and I sit here as analysts on television, stationary, sure, it appears that Patrick Mahomes is descending. But Lamar Jackson is descending, Josh Allen is descending, Joe Burrow is descending. So in actuality and in reality, Patrick Mahomes isn't descending relative to the AFC. The question at hand is, are they the best team in the AFC? The answer is yes, but also the better answer is, Sel, if I can trust the defense to be the #1 defense in ball, and I know Patrick Mahomes has it in him, why would I doubt? Remember, we were scared for the Chiefs, Sel, just 5 weeks ago. They had the toughest remaining schedule in ball. They were sitting at 3-4, last in your former division, the AFC West. And since then, they've beaten 5 consecutive opponents, and 4 of the 5 had winning records at the time of the game. Top of the division. They beat the Cowboys. They beat the Raiders. They beat the Broncos. They beat the Packers. I get it. Packers didn't have Rodgers. Raiders going through drama. Cowboys had their issues. It's the NFL. Everybody got issues. So as I look at it, they've beaten some of the best, if not the best. They beat the Broncos when the Broncos were hot. Beat the Raiders were hot. Beat the Cowboys. Cowboys were America's team, been America's team. I'm not going to doubt the one team that I know can do it, and defense is doing it.
Okay, so you trust their defense, even though you don't trust their offense, and you don't trust Patrick Mahomes as even the guy in the mirror, Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Which defense is better? Because the answer to this question really is going to be solved tonight between the Patriots and the Bills. But which defense is better, Patriots or Kansas City? Which defense is better, Bills or Kansas City? Okay, who is closer to who they're supposed to be? Mac Jones, who is exceeding expectations, so obviously he's in first place. Josh Allen is closer to Josh Allen of last year than Patrick Mahomes is compared to Patrick Mahomes of last year or any other year. So by the just trust factor you giving me in terms of variables, I trust the Bills and the Patriots more than I trust the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs, you want to call them. Here's the thing. Who has the worst pass and total defense out of Patriots, Bills, Chargers, and Colts? Oh, why did I bring that up? Because it's the Chiefs. Who gives the ball away more? Pats, Bills, Chargers, or Colts? You know what it is. It's the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know why you trust them. Even their rushing attack, because that's what you're going to need, balance, right? Here comes January football. You're going to need balance on offense because Patrick Mahomes is suspect right now. Well, the Patriots, the Colts, and the Bills all have better rushing attacks. So now, what do you trust about this team? Oh, you trust their name. You trust their uniforms. You trust their color. You trust what their legacy is of recency. Here's the problem with that. It takes me to this example. I don't know if you've ever been this guy because you had a little money growing up, half your childhood. The first half, you were broke. Then the second half looked like you came up with a little something. Okay. Did you ever have to borrow your boy's car? I don't know about that because I did. You know what I'm saying? I stole my mama's car and I had to borrow my boy's car. I was that broke. But you know what's interesting when you borrow someone's car and things happen on that day you got their car and you get a number or two and she looking at you twice at the red light and all that kind of stuff. You know what happens? You got this split kind of feeling towards what's happening. You love the fact that you're getting love, but then you're like, damn, I can't sustain this. This ain't my whip. This ain't why I'm getting all the love. So if you look at Patrick Mahomes, you look at the Chiefs, I swear they getting that girl number with somebody else's car. I swear this ain't the team that they want to be because they know they're going to have to go back and get back on that bus. And they don't know if they can trust themselves still getting the same amount of love on that bus. They can't trust Patrick Mahomes going out there having consecutive games with no passing touchdown and still think they're going to pull some numbers. They know how the game goes. So, look, you can say it's good right now. It looks good with them W's, but your boy going to be like, can I get them keys back? Then we're going to see what you talking about.
I love that take. Let me build on it, Sel. Let me build on it. Shout. I know you've been in this situation. I know I've been in this situation. I've been in a situation where I felt under the weather. I might have felt sick. I might not have had a fresh haircut. You might have just been overweight. So, but I know we've been to say we right there right now. We've been in these situations where you go out to stay with your situation and people still checking for you even though you know you're not your best version of yourself.
Dude.
All day, big dog, all day. They checking for you and you're like, yo, I'm not even putting my best foot forward. Let's go track and field analogy.
Early.
If you still win a race and you didn't even run well, now you like, oh, y'all don't have a chance if I run well. I got these numbers. I ain't even got a fresh cut.